Hey guys, welcome back to Creativity and Inspiration. I'm Lisa. If you're new, welcome. I'm so happy you found us. If you keep coming back, thank you. You are very special to us. Today I have a great video for you. We are tackling two big subjects, but we're going to blend them perfectly. We are talking about bringing color back to our journals. I don't know how many of you look at your journal pages, and with all the coffee stain pages, with all the vintage pages, they're just kind of dull. They're brown, they're washed out, they're beige, they're plain. They have no color, and yeah. So we're going to talk about ways to add color. In the process, I'm also going to give you some ideas for page layouts. Maybe a little different look to your journal. So let's just jump into this video because it's going to be a great one and I'm super excited. Plus I have a lot of stuff out to show you ways to do this. So let's go. Okay guys, before we get started, I wanted to show you two things I got for my art and sketchbooks. I have the primary Posca markers, but I got the set of pastel colored ones. I'm super excited. They look so pretty. Haven't even opened it yet. And then I have this set of oil sticks, and oil sticks, if you don't know, they're oil paint in a solid stick form. They do smell, so if you use them, I would be, just somewhere where there's a lot of air circulation. But I had this pack, which, as you can tell, has muted colors. And then I also had this pack, which, again, pretty muted. So I wanted some primary colors, and they're expensive. I got these on sale before Christmas, or Black Friday, before Black Friday. But I found this student set on Amazon. It's got all the primary colors, and it's going to be great because I'm using these in my acrylic paintings. I'm doing oil stick and acrylic painting, and it's coming out really good. I was looking in my PR journal, which is this one, and I was just noticing how kind of dull everything. I mean, I have a few pages that are bright, but not a lot. Most of the pages in here are dull. They're beige. And it's just like, see, there's a few, but most of them, as you can see, are beige. Lots of beige pages. And I thought, why did we go from scrapbooks that were full of color, full of interest, to beige? And then I find that most people, all they do in these is write. They make lists, they journal, whatever. They write. But they don't really use their journals. Not really. And I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not. It made sense to me. So I thought today what we're going to do is we're going to create a fun page layout, but we're going to use color. And what are we going to use to achieve that color? Well, we're going to use everything but the kitchen sink, basically. We're going to use sticky notes. or Post-it notes. I have Post-it notes probably in every color there is. I might have a Post-it note problem. Don't know. We're going to use we're going to use highlighters. We're going to use bold markers, brush pens. We're going to use watercolor. We're going to use watercolor pencils. We're going to use washi tapes, different washi tapes. We're going to use our colored gel pens. And, of course, we're going to use tons and tons of different types of brightly colored paper, ads, just whatever I could find that bright, brilliant color on it. So let's just get started. And like I said, my goal is to create an interesting layout for journal pages. So I'm going to go back to my really beige journal here. And I'm going to do these 2 pages right here. Now this is my PR journal, but I'm going to create this spread as if I have gone somewhere and I want to remember it. Because it can still be a PR journal with this page in there. I found this map. And this is somewhere we went. Let me get my glasses on. Okay. This was somewhere we went in San Diego. This was the zoo over here, and these were some museums and everything. And I thought I would use this because it's nice and colorful, and we can use this to kind of create our story. But you don't even have to have a story. We don't even have to build a story. But we're going to use this map. Then I found this golden book page, and I just kind of loved the birds and the duck. So we might use that. We're going to use a couple of these name tags because you can write on them, and they're stickers. I'm going to use some of this junk mail. Maybe use this postcard. Might use the lady. And just all sorts of stuff. A real seed packet. You know, just all sorts of stuff. So we have a lot of colorful items that we're going to use. And we'll talk about different ways that we can use all these. Just some more paper. So let's just start. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I will make this because the inside's kind of dull. I don't need that. Okay, the inside's white. So why don't we fold this up about right there. You can also use cards, envelopes, you know, anything that you have that has a lot of color to it, because the goal is to add color. We're also going to use some of our stencils. We're going to use some stencils too, because that's a great way to get images and color down. But right now, we're going to turn this map into an envelope. It's a great way to use maps in your journals. If they're too big, but you want to put the whole map in there, turn them into an envelope. And then turn them into an envelope. I'm going to show you a trick here. Now we're going to come back and we're going to cut the side down just a little bit. And I'm going to cut this side down. Okay. Yep, I like that. And then I cut this one down just a little bit. Just a tad. And boom, I have a cute little envelope now. Do is I'm gonna use my double-sided tape to tape it down. You could sew it if you wanted to add some stitching for interest. But this is a fast way. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to make an envelope out of a large map so you can incorporate it into a journal. You could also make it a fold-out page if you wanted to. But I like this way because turning it into an envelope, not only is it using the map in a space-efficient way, but it'll be storage for, or any other, like if I have tickets or any other memorabilia I wanted to save related to the map, it could all go in here. All right, there we go. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to hook it on our page like that, and that's gonna be a pocket. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of tape on this part on the page for the page, and then I'm going to put it on my page right where I want it. When I get it centered where I want it, I'm gonna press it down, and there we go. And then when you flip the page over, there's the map, and there's your pocket. So that works out great. And I've added color to this page, and I've added a bit of color there. Okay. Now, another way you can add to your layout, once you get that on, is I'm gonna use this color. I think I'll use those 3 colors. And I'm gonna make some writing blocks. That's gonna be the base. I think we'll use the brighter one. And I'm gonna take some scissors with a scalloped edge. Take one and just go along the very edge. Okay. And this edge. And then I'm gonna sit it inside the purple. And the purple is gonna be like a frame. There we go. And then if you notice though, it will flip down so I can write on the purple and on the orange. And then for the next part of my layout, because we want it to be interesting, not beige, we want to add a lot of color. I want to add a little bit of a border to my page, so let me see. What have I got over here that I want to add? We're definitely going to add this. Let's add some of that. Let's use some of the magazine images that we made last week, the last video. Let's use tickets. Let's use this orange tag off of something. Let's use the flowers and the blue. Okay. The rest of this, for now, out of the way again. All right, so there's that one. And now what I'm going to do is put down a piece of this blue tissue paper. And it's got paint splatters on it. And I'm going to put it opposite of this square over on this side. And I'm just going to use double-sided tape, guys, because if you've been here a while or watched my videos for a while, you know that waiting on glue to dry drives me absolutely bonkers. But I'm wondering, do I want to put, maybe we'll put this on this page. Yeah, I think we'll put that there to go opposite over here. But let's see. Maybe not. Maybe we'll cut it and we'll put it just below. We'll wait on that. Let's put this piece down right here. Okay. But you know what? Good thing about sticky notes, you can take them off. Before I put that, I think, let's put a design on the paper. You could use watercolor pencils, watercolor. I'm gonna use my brush pens because they're really vibrant. And I'm gonna use pink because I think hot pink goes with the colors. And I'm just gonna put a design, but I'm gonna leave this stuff kind of where I've got it. Okay, so we just added another color in there. And then maybe we'll add this up here. We'll put this down here. Then we're gonna add in some words, but bright white, or if you have writing on packaging that's bright, this is a good place for it. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay. And then I'm gonna put, this was part of what we just had with our map. Then you can put this kind of in the center, maybe like that. And then you could, if you wanted to, write over the dots, put a photo here, right here, here, and put a photo kind of here if you wanted to. Yep. So let's nail this down. Go. Yep, that works. Let's move it over just a tad more. And then on this side, we're gonna come in and put, maybe we'll put this over here. Yeah, we're gonna put that there. We can come in and put our waves up there. Put some green paper down here, and then put and you could put a tag under there, and you could write everywhere, plus you have this big pocket on this side. but you're adding color, but you still have spaces for photos, for, you know, writing. But you're adding the color back. You're adding, the eye has stuff to look at. It can move around the page. Okay, so let's get this all. This will all be writing space. Your pocket's right here. Yep, let's do this. And then we're going to turn it over and do the other 2 pages on the other side. And in your head, if you can't lay it out, get a piece of paper and draw out what you're seeing in your mind. How are you seeing your journal page with color blocking, with color added in? How are you seeing it? And then transfer what you put on paper onto your journal page. I'm gonna just put that there. On the page on the other side, we are going to use colored pencils and watercolor to create. So just let me get all this tape down real quick. Okay, I changed my mind. I didn't like how it looked. So what we're going to do is we're going to mimic the pink on this side, only this time we're going to kind of create a swirl or a couple of swirls. And you want it to be kind of really loose. Like that. And that tied it all together. That simple. It's not hard to do. You're just adding color. Then you can add what you normally would add, whether it would be just text, or maybe you want to start adding a photo here and there. Okay, on this page, we are going to, now what we're going to do is I've got my watercolor here, or my colored pencils. I'm going to use Crayola watercolor pencils. I have them right here. And my paintbrush here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of make kind of color the whole page here. Then I'm going to grab a paintbrush, dip it in my water, and just kind of blend it all to give it that watery look. And see, that's just a Crayola watercolor pencil. Nothing super expensive. I wanted to use the Crayola brand to show everybody that you don't have to spend a fortune if you don't want to. You can get cool stuff affordably. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, So that's another way you can decorate a page, especially if you have something that tips out and covers most of the page. Use a word, maybe where you are, maybe how you feel at the time. I put smile just so when I see it, I would smile. I used paint chips, a few of the yellow ones, to highlight 3 of the letters, and it just makes something interesting. And then when I open it up, I can put pictures here, maybe that make me smile. I can write about something. Again, maybe that makes me smile. Now on this side, there's a whole bunch of words. So we're gonna have to make it where we can write on it, right? Because if you wanna write on this side, it's gonna be rather hard. So what we wanna do on here is put down paper we can write on, whether it's solid or lined paper. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be notebook paper if you don't want to use notebook paper. You could use notepad paper like this. You could use sticky notes. They have lined ones if you wanted something with lines, or they have plain. You could use index cards, ones that maybe you've dyed naturally, or you happen to have some with a bit of color to them. So however you do it is totally personal preference and what you want to see on your page. Really like these that we made last week. They're so fun, but I don't know if I want to use them right here. Maybe not. Let's do something totally different. And let's put down some writing spaces, and then we'll do our stencil. So one thing we're going to use are these name tag, sticker name tags that I picked up at an estate sale. They're great for giving me writing spaces here and there. And I'm going to put the leaves down here like that. Maybe I'll put the flower up there, and then we'll put the 2 writing tags in the center. Maybe we can turn, that's what we're going to do. So let's put the flower first. And again, I'm going to go back to my markers. I could use watercolor if I wanted to, but I think it'll just be fun to use these alcohol ink markers. So I'm just going to okay, let's do the center part of the flower. With my yellow marker. I'll link these markers down below. I did a marker test. These are pretty good markers. I like them. I've just got really into using, I really like these for markers. These are the Ecoline brush pens. I also have the Faber-Castell brush pens, which I love too. These are cheaper than the Faber ones, but I got the Faber ones during 2020 and they weren't as expensive as they are now. I will be quite honest with you. I wouldn't get them now if I had to because they're too expensive. But I've had them a long time and they haven't dried out, which is I'm very thankful for. And I'm using them more now than I did. But I'm really loving using the Posca paint pens. In fact, that's why I got the pastel colored ones. And they are expensive too, but if you get just the small packs, they're not too bad. Okay, so there we go. There we have our color. We're adding color. The whole point of this video is to add some color, and some interesting page layout ideas. Now you could use these over here. Let me see about this. My ideas are switching up, guys. So just be patient a minute. Look, we could add 2 of these right here. And then you could still write around them too. Yes, let's do that. Okay. And remember, if you see these name tags, they're stickers, they're name tags, you can write on them. They are perfect for making little writing blocks in journals. Shows a little bit, but it's okay. Now on this side, what can we do? I just had an idea that we could let me get some paint chips. I'll be right back. Okay, so see, these would be beautiful on this page. I know the greens don't match, but these would look really good on these pages, and then you could flip them up to right. You could even put a piece of paper under them if you wanted to. You know what? We could put them on some white cardstock. That way the little peephole would be filled in. Okay, let me cut these out real quick. Like I said, I know the green does not match, but sometimes we just have to go with what we've got. And if you're wondering why I have so many paint colors, I've lived in several houses and I've always painted them. Like, I like color in my life. I'm not a beige mom. I wouldn't have survived being a beige mom in this day and era. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying our journals need more color in them. Journals used to be super colorful. And then we'll put that one right there. Let me go get the cardstock real quick. Okay. I got a piece of bright white, because even bright white adds something to a journal now. All I'm going to do is cut it to fit my little paint color card here. And then we're going to just around the corners. And there we go. See? Now, it's pretty much a good fit. I'll put that there. And then you can open it up like a little book. You could even do 2 or 3. So let's do another page. Same thing. Take my cardstock, line it up with my paint chip, and just cut it off. Then I'm going to round my edges. Okay, and line them all up. They're not going to be perfect, but there we go. We have like a little book right there that we can attach. I'm just going to add 2 staples. You can stitch, well, let me stitch it like a little book. Let me do this one too real quick. Okay. Okay, I have 2 little booklets. I'm going to put a quick stitch in the sides of them, and I'll be right back. this one. And we'll round this one and this one. Okay. Now I'm going to stitch these together super fast and I'll be right back. So all I did was add little stitches on the sides, and we're going to put one here and one here like that. So let me get my tape out. I'm going to put it on the side there. And then I'll do it on this side too. And just put it right there. And there, you've added color, interest, fun writing spaces to your journal. This is a little book. It opens up. There's all the pages. It opens up. Same with this one. Okay, you can write around it if you want to. You could put some white down. And if you want to put something in this little window, you could cut out a cute little graphic and put there. You know, totally up to you. You could, if you add little images like that, you could put that in. Whatever you wanted to. But I think we added a lot of interest, a lot of color, a lot of texture and movement, but it's still fully functional as a journal. You have pockets, you have lots of storage. We made an envelope out of a memento, so we have it here, we see it. It could be in with the rest of the trip if you wanted to. This is great for personal use, for vacations. If you are a party planner, you could use this to, you know, convey ideas of brightness, color, movement, fun. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got some new ideas maybe for how to add color back into our journals. Also maybe some new page layout ideas. Anyway, if you liked the video, please be sure and give it a thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below. How do you add color to your journals? I'd love to know. Also, don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button with that little bell and click all, because I don't know what the algorithm's doing, but I feel like not everybody's getting to see all the videos. And again, thank you for being here. You are so appreciated. And if you're new, thank you for subscribing. I will see you on Friday, guys, with our next video. Take care. Bye-bye.